Hey guys, what's going on? So I've been getting a lot of questions recently about differences between the global server and the Chinese server for FFBE. Now, I'm not going to go over every single little difference, and I'm not going to say like the global server has this and the Chinese server doesn't have that. I'm just going to say the things that the Chinese server does have that you might notice as large differences between the global version. And I'm not comparing the JP version to this at all. Okay, so our first difference that we're going to go over is this is a global or a Chinese exclusive event. So I'm just going to do this Chinese exclusive event real quick. It's it's pretty easy. It's a raid event. But what was that? Let's go back. Let's check out what that was. Is that a friends list refresh button up in the top right hand corner? What? So it asks me if I want to do it. It says, are you sure? I say, yes, I'm absolutely sure. And it's going to give me a whole new friends list. Did you see that? Friends list refresh. That's amazing. All right, so let's go into the actual stage. Okay. Let's switch to a team that can actually kill it and has gear. So there's a little button that's going to appear right here. Do you guys like toggling on and off whether or not you're using LBs? Well, Chinese server knows about that. So this little button right here, if it's ticked, you use your LBs. If it's unticked, you do not use your limit bursts. Now you say, well, I just have a button. I can go all the way to options and through like 5 clicks to go to the options menu and then come back and turn that on and off. Well, how about just a button that says on, off, and you can just use it as you go through a 4-stage battle, you know? So they made that a lot easier. The next difference on an actual fight is going to appear in the top right-hand corner up here, right after this score screen. All right, so it says skip all the rest of the score screens. I don't want to see any of them. Boom, and it takes me right back to the main menu, or the main menu for that fight. So I don't have to go through all the individual score screens. And as I said, this is a Chinese exclusive event. This is a raid event. There are also Chinese exclusive units. Now, you got to see them a second ago, but let's actually go to their banner and look at their LB animations, okay? Because they are all currently on their own banner. Now, this is Seta. Seta is she's going to be the only one that I really know the name for, by the way. So Seta is a Dragoon unit, and, well, she's just awesome. So check out her regular form and then her Brave Shift animation. She's kind of got these like light angel wings kind of thing going on. She's amazing. All right. Boom, giant sword. Okay, kind of get that rain sword effect going on. All right. Then we've got other units. I'll go ahead and go through each one of their limit bursts. If you want to go through and actually know what any of these units do, I would suggest checking out some of Deus Gaming's videos. Deus goes over the Chinese exclusive server quite often and has a good number of videos on this, but I'm just going over the differences between this server and other servers right now. Okay, and so yeah, we're just checking out the exclusive units and some of their LB animations right now, just so you guys can get a taste of those. Boom, 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 boom. This one's probably my favorite. I like the purple glowing flames. Pretty awesome. There's one more, and that's Hurley. Now, I'll go over and show you Hurley real quick, but that's going to require talking about a different feature. Okay? So a different feature on the Chinese server is this book up in the top left-hand corner. This book is sort of a FOMO inducer. And, fear of missing out. It is a collection book to tell you what units you have and which ones you don't. And whenever you collect all of a certain unit, you get rewarded with lapis, tickets, energy restore pots, and it's like good amounts of it too. So, and whenever it tells you how many you're missing. For instance, these are CG units. Say I wanted to go to Final Fantasy V, it shows me all the Final Fantasy V units. And it throws in a few extras in case there's not enough. So here it's throwing in some of the collab units just to pad out the Final Fantasy IV. You can see the 5. It's thrown in some of the collab units just to pad out the banner. All right. Whenever you collect all the units from that, you get super rewards. It's amazing. All right. Now, so love Final Fantasy V, get all the units, get a reward. The same also applies to Espers. Get all the Espers, get lots of Lapis. Okay. There's also items like equipment, and they separate that for tabs and star ratings. So you have your 9-star to 6 stars for collecting gear, and get all the gear, get huge rewards. There's a separate tab for materia. Boom, get all the materia, get huge rewards. Okay. It's amazing. Oh, and I said we were going to go over the last Chinese exclusive unit, Hurley, that wasn't available in that previous list. Well, here she is. The reason she wasn't available is because she was on a separate banner because she's a Neovision. So she is a evoke damage unit that is lightning based. And see, she's kind of like based on like Agion or Agion. So there's her regular LB. And then we'll Brave Shift her and use her Brave Shift limit burst just so everybody can see that. That's great. Now, we have this little button down here below the Brave Shift. Now, we don't have that button whenever we're checking out units on the global server. What is that button? That button is kind of like user reviews. So you can click on that button and see what in-game, what everybody else has to say about that unit. Oh, is broken. Oh, should wait for Tifa instead. Or, you know, whatever. And, you know, you can upvote them, downvote them. It's kind of like a built-in Reddit for, like, reviews on a specific unit. It's kind of crazy. Now, since we've covered the sort of built-in Reddit, there's a different feature of the game that I would love to go over, which is the built-in wiki. Now, the built-in wiki is going to be, I think it's this button. I'm pretty sure it's this button. Nope, not that button. This one. So the wiki is completely built into the game. So I can check out the units that are on banner, and this is basically like a carbon copy or a clone of the global wiki, just translated into JP. But it does have the JP differences, and you know, they're complete kits. So you want to check out Cacteria. Boom, there she is. It talks about all of her differences. You know, that she has 9 million in perils or whatever, you know, her differences are exactly. But it's pretty much just a carbon copy clone. Now, since they have a wiki, there's also something else that they have, and that is guides. So say I'm on this island here and I really want to get Titan. Well, it explains to me, and it says, hey, Titan's somewhere on this island. And then it gives me directions on how to get to Titan. So if I want to unlock his area and unlock him as an Esper, how to get him and where to get him. That's great. You also get rewards for doing stories. So say I did all of Grandshot Isles. Did all of it, did every little story stage, boom. Open up all the boxes, get Lapis, get tickets, get rewards. It's amazing. There's also, if you do the quests in story mode, you get rewarded with Lapis, tickets, etc. So there's like, if I were to do every little quest, like save or get eye drops for the townsperson or whatever, I'm rewarded with 50 Lapis in addition to whatever the original rewards were. So say the original rewards were, I don't know, like a potion or something. You know, I get the potion and 50 Lapis. So every quest that you do, you're rewarded with. Let's see here. Yes. Okay, so if you love free Lapis, there's also something else. This little button right here, as long as you're connected to the social medias and you pay attention, they give away free codes every week where as long as you put in the code, like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you get free lapis every week. It's about 2,000, give or take, every week of free lapis that they just give away from paying attention to the social medias and putting in the code. If you're doing pulls, there is a very interesting feature that they've added to pulls, and that is right here. So this button, this little check button here, is a skip animations button. So I'm going to go ahead and do 9 ticket pulls just so you can see. What it does is it completely skips all the animations. So you don't see the crystals opening, you don't see any of that, you just go straight to unit get. All right, I click it, it does the connecting screen, of course, it has to do that. And then here's your units. That's it. It just skips all that extra, you know, fluff and animation. For the people who really just can't wait, they need the units now. Now, in reference to pulling, if you pull a lot in either server, the JP or the global server, you sometimes aren't able to get your unit to EX2 or even EX3 because you just get unlucky and then you don't get enough shards. Well, over here they kind of have that problem solved. There's no cap on shards. You can buy as many as you want. This is how many currently owned, but there's not how many that they have in the shop. You can just buy infinite. So if I just had like 500 tickets up here, I could spend 500 coins. I could spend 500 coins and buy 5,000 shards, you know? So it's all, how much have you pulled? You can get that many shards. There's no cap, which is kind of incredible. And to that point, units are completely different on the Chinese server. They are completely different. So for instance, Eldrin is actually good over on the Chinese server. It's kind of amazing, right? Actually good. Other differences for units is, we'll say, censorship. So let's take a look at probably the worst offense is the summer units. So check this out. So they put this light blur over all the summer units. You know, bikinis are too much. We can't have that. So they just have this light blur over everybody. I'll show you Elena, because she also has a very similar one, but it's not as bad. Oop. Oh, can't tab around. There's her light leg. It makes it look like she's wearing pants. It's so strange. It's such a strange animation. Okay. Again, yep, they have their own exclusive units, which is absolutely amazing. There is also completely different items. So not only do the units get completely different, but the items get completely different. So let's take a look at some of the, not different items, but exclusive items. So let's go down here. This is part of the raffle system that they have, kind of like a weapon gotcha banner. You can get things like the upgrade package or time-limited TMRs and STMRs, and unique gear off of that. Like, look at this 268, 248 attack and magic axe with crazy passives on it. Like, I'm just not gonna go into them, but it's a little crazy. I mean, just the attack and magic is insane enough. For instance, this one has 255 attack, and it has 137% light in peril as an activatable skill. They're crazy, okay? They're literally crazy. Anyway, so you can get exclusive gears out of the raffle system. Now, what is the raffle system? So it's up here in the top left-hand corner. And say I have like 640 lapis and I want to throw it into the raffle. I can get anywhere from, I'll say, 1 to 5 coins. And we'll say I need 20 coins to trade in for upgrade package. So if I'm really lucky, I can get it in just a few pulls. But if I'm really unlucky, I just keep, you know, getting 1 coin each time I put in my 640 lapis. then it'll take me forever. So, you know, it could be anywhere from like 2,000 lapis to get your reward to like 20,000, you know, or even worse. So the raffle system it's a gotcha system for gear, and it's completely separate than any other banners. So it's always up in the top right hand corner, and there's pretty much new ones every week. And the coins are unique every week. So you can see this timer that's going, so that's how long you have left until. And the rewards get better and the chances go higher as more people dip into it. So the more people are like, yeah, I want the items this week, the better it gets. Okay. Right below the units here, whenever you start a new account, there is a new player campaign, which is currently not there because it's only there for the first 2 weeks, and my account's older than that. What it does is it basically gives you all kinds of massive rewards, better than JP or Global, for starting a new account. You get like 70k lapis, you get like 1.5 million, not a real number by the way, Transcension pearls, you get a whole bunch of tickets, you get all these rewards for just essentially starting an account, because they want to keep you around, so they want to treat you well whenever you first start. And a lot of them are also like teaching you things. Like one of them is, you know, get Ifrit, and the other one is like level up Ifrit once, you know. So they are also teaching you how to play the game, so that's actually kind of nice too. Up in the top right hand corner there is a button, and this is for tutorials. So you click on each one of these and it tells you different parts about the game that might be mechanically hard or different for a new player. I wish Global had this, because a lot of people say, how do I do that, or how do I do this? And these are tutorials on how to do different things in game with the UI, etc., and they're really helpful. And complete the tutorials, you get rewards. Do little tutorials, you get rewards. EX tickets, lapis, red star quartz, you name it. Yeah, so there's a huge difference between the different units, the different servers, the different gear. It's crazy over here. It's the Wild West. But I hope that this guide helped everybody out, and just know kind of what's available and how the servers are different. This server does have dark visions. We don't know yet if it will have Clash of Wills, although it does have all global exclusive units. Let's see here. I can show that the global exclusive units are over here, at least currently up to the Tifa banner, which is where they're at right now. Come on, load. There you go. So scroll down to the bottom. You can see global exclusive units down there. Malphasi and the rest. And if I go over to the FFBE in the collection book, i.e. the FOMO book, it'll show me the global exclusive units. Yoshikiri, for instance. Well, Yoshikiri and Elena, I guess, aren't global exclusive. Yeah. But Lucas, Cacteria, just all these global exclusives, just crazy amounts of them. Roberta, Christine, Chow Good Boy, Rico, like they're all over here. It's the craziest thing. But they also have a lot of the JP exclusives, like what is it? I think Cafe Physalis. Let's see here. She's over here somewhere. Or Cafe Charlotte, sorry. Cafe Charlotte, she's over there. I mean, they've got a lot. But I hope this guide helped everybody out, and you sort of know what they're doing over there on the Chinese server, and maybe some of you guys want to check it out. All right. Thanks for watching. Much love and peace.